camp. Just you got some men, 5 or 6 men, but basically you got 4 men. There you got Tampa, prophets in Babylon, Tampa, Florida. They holding it down. There's some of the brothers from Florida subscribe to their videos. You can't keep up with them, man. You know,
Shalom, call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Let's give our praise to the Most High, name of His only begotten Son, and name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. And I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. And real quick, I want to go into this clip that you just seen. This is from 11 months ago from Elder Pastor Tahar's video on the topic of that website. It's called Achium.com. And he mentioned the prophets in Babylon camp. Okay, he mentioned the prophets in Babylon camp, and he had some great things to say about the prophets in Babylon camp, which my name is Ibar, the head of the prophets in Babylon camp, which I've been the head of the prophets in Babylon camp for um as long as it was established. And it's very important to have a great report in Israel, and it's not a good thing to praise your own self, but to let other men praise you. Okay, so we don't boast or brag about our own works, but you heard it from the elder apostle Tahar, which is the true, him and other head elders and bishops on down. We believe are the true leaders of Israel. Okay, and we have nothing but love for the men of Great Millstone who have pushed this truth fervently and taught us this beloved gospel in truth and sincerity. But I'll play it back one more time.
there you got Tampa, prophets in Babylon, Tampa, Florida. They holding it down. There's some of the brothers from Florida subscribe to their videos. You can't keep up with them, man. You know,
So Elder Pastor Hart said they hold that prophets in Babylon Tampa is holding it down, and you can't keep up with them. And the reason why he said that is because brothers have been pushing, diligence. Me being the head of the camp, I've been pushing diligence on the brothers. Now recently, there's been a lot of controversy, behind what's going on in the camp because of really it's disorder, dysfunction, among men and that was inside the camp that recently got expelled from the camp. And whenever a guy gets kicked out of a camp, it's for a reason, man. It's not for no reason. Okay, it's always for a reason. There's, a lot of, counsels and, reproofs and rebukes that, you don't see in these videos. That's done behind the scene, that's done in person, that's done one-on-one between, brothers that may not be, heard by the whole, by all of Israel, but these things happen for a reason. But the point I want to touch on in this video is that the elder Pastor Har, he had great words to say about the prophets in Babylon camp, which have been under my lead. That me being Ibar to have the prophets of Babylon camp, and that was a great thing. It was inspiring to hear from such a great man in the spirit and in the truth. The elder Pastor Har is going on 40 years in his truth. So anything that he says, we do reverence and have nothing but the respect for. And like I said, there is no problem. There's never been a issue with our doctrine or us breaking down the doctrine wrong. We've always had a great rapport. It's always been nothing but love. You know, and we've always followed any orders that came down. You know, we've always followed any orders. We always reverenced the men that taught us. Okay. And because of that, there's always been a great report. Now, the name of the Prophets of Babylon camp is kind of being, you know, mudded up, I guess you could say, or drugged through the mud a little bit. And it's really by former men that was in the camp. And there's no different for any camp. If a man get kicked out, they get bitter. They get upset. Contention and strife is definitely there. And it's just very spiritual that we remember, all, the things that have been done, and accomplished in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai concerning particular camps or brothers. All right, so let's grab this right here. This is Proverbs 27, verse 1. It says, "Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. Let another man praise thee, and not thine own mouth, a stranger, and not thine own lips." Which, we have never met El Apostle Tahar before. We have never been in the sight of the men. We're not even technically in a Great Millstone camp, but we follow the doctrine, and any orders that have come throughout the body, we have taken heed to, sincerely and seriously. Okay, now there's a thing that's been going on in my camp concerning and let me grab this too. Okay, because this is why we give double honors as well. But there's been things going on in my camp. There was a edict that went out about brothers, doing their videos. You had a situation where brothers wasn't doing their videos, brothers just hanging out. Brothers thought this was about going to the bar every night and drinking, and it became more of a club, like a damn a Boy Scout club than an actual camp. So I got on brothers, hey brothers, you got to do your videos, and I gave every brother a particular quota of videos to do based off his measure, and I said, that's too much, let me know if you could do less, if you could do more, let me know. And brothers have come up and said, hey, that's a little bit too much, can't, and brothers came up and said, hey, I can do more, but the point was not in a situation of, oh yeah, you gotta do what I say. It was just a matter of be on fire, serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Don't just do it because the man over you is telling you to do it. Do it because you are sincere about Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay. Whenever slack is there, nothing gets done. Okay, truth be told, nothing gets done, and this is why the Lord establishes certain things the way He establishes them. Okay, and like I said, we've learned from the elders and apostles, and me, I didn't necessarily know about anything about, I wasn't getting any direct, counseling or criticism from Great Millstone concerning, any quota. Now we heard through videos, okay, brothers should be at least doing 3 videos a week, and the elders and apostles have been pushing for daily edification. At least do a video a day. You got guys that's not doing videos at all. You got guys that's going, weeks without doing videos, or may do a video a week. And that's an issue. That's a problem. We should be on fire. The whole point of you being in this truth, the whole point of you being in the camp is to do the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It's not to make friends, it's not to hang out, it's not to, have a damn drinking buddy. Okay, it's to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And that's where, problems lie. When guys just want to hang out and be cool and, be friends and have respect to persons, and problems align. Problems come forth, and then, they must be dealt with. So, in the Prophets in Babylon camp, we had to, expel, a few brothers out of the camp because of that, for that very reason. Now, you saw what Elder Apostle Tahar said, and this is why we give double honors. And like I said, man, I watched the elders and apostles and all the men of Great Millstone, and I've been here in the spirit of, be on fire, be on fire, be on fire. You should be on fire. You should be on fire. I've seen Elder Apostle Tahar pull the men in the New York camp. After camp, they had their little lesson, and their fellowship after camp, and he asked brothers, who hasn't done a video in a day, who hasn't done a video in 2 days. So I took that, and said, what, that's a spirit. We gotta be on fire. Now, it's not a sense of just pushing out 100 videos. No, it's about just stand in the spirit of fervence and serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Scripture says, faith without works is dead. So you can come in this truth and say you believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You can say that you serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. But without works, that faith is dead. Okay, Scripture says, blessed is the man who, when the Lord come, he shall find so doing. All right, so let me grab this. This is 1 Timothy. This is why we give double honors, and this is just more so a video in respect to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and all the men of Great Millstone. There is no there is no no type of bad blood, or because we got brothers in the camp that's trying to make it seem that way, or brothers that used to be in the camp that's trying to make it seem that way. Like brothers just wasn't following orders. Hey, when the elder pastor put that order out for brothers to cut their hair, brothers was cutting their hair that night. When certain things came out, amongst the body of Great Millstone, we followed it in suit. Same thing with being on fire and serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So let me grab this, and this is why we give double honors. It says, 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 17. It says, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. Okay, so let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in word and doctrine. And that's why we give double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, because we believe those are the true leaders of Israel. They labor in the word and doctrine, and they rule well. It says, for the scripture saith, thou shalt not muzzle the ox that treadeth out the corn, and that the laborer is worthy of his reward. So, for that labor, almost 40 years, the elder apostle Tahar, and not too far behind the elder elders and apostles. Hey, that's that's longer than I've been even born or thought of, man. And we have nothing but respect for that. Certain people try to make it seem like we don't respect it all of a sudden, but there's been a particular order and spirit in this camp that has been established a long time ago, and that's why you even know of the prophets in Babylon camp. There's been a chain of command set up. There's been a way set up that we've been doing and using for years, and it never was a problem until men get disgruntled, men get bitter, men get offended, and now all of a sudden everything is a problem. So it says, against an elder receive not an accusation, but before 2 or 3 witnesses. Okay, that's the point. But you see, why we give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, out of nothing but respect. Okay, and when elders and apostles, go into, being on fire, that's the same sentiment that we push. It's not necessarily about, your life. It's about doing the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's what we were created for. Okay, let me grab this. And everybody's not going to be on the same level. Okay, everybody's not going to be able to push forth the same amount of works. But the point is that you try. You give it your all. When you was in the world, you was doing all type of wicked shit, whether it was selling drugs, doing drugs, committing adultery, whatever the fuck Jake was doing in the world. We all have an innumerable multitude of sins in this life and our past lives, and we were fervent in those sins. So you should be fervent in serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That shouldn't be an issue. It says Hebrews chapter 6, verse 9. It says, but beloved, we are persuaded better things of you, and things that accompany salvation, though we thus speak. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love. So any work you've done in this truth, serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, any videos that you may put up, the Lord's going to remember all that, man. When fire is raining from the heavens, okay, nuclear missiles are raining from the heavens, and Lord willing, I pray that all you brothers, see salvation and be a part of that elect, and we do meet on a chariot. The Lord is going to remember all the works that you have done for Him. Whether you were tired, whether you were you had a lot going on, whether you were frustrated, whether you were not in the spirit or in the spirit, the Lord's going to remember your works, okay, and reward you accordingly. It says, for the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward His name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And that's the whole point, that the elect shall be, fed. The Lord told Peter, feed my sheep, okay, feed my lambs, feed my sheep 3 times. That's what we're here for. That's why you wake up every morning, to feed the sheep, not to go, fucking find a woman, not to go, to concerts, not to go out to the bar tonight. No, it's to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, and a man by their fruits. It says, and we desire that every one of you should show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. And everybody that's that decided to remain in the prophets in Babylon camp, and was not kicked out, they're all on one accord. Let me grab that too. On one accord in the same spirit. Okay, it says, that ye be not slothful. You shouldn't be slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises. Right. So that's what it's about. You can't be slothful. You got to remember, why you came in this thing in the first place. And continue in the things that you have learned. And that's the main thing too. That we endure to the end. Really nobody knows who's going to make it and who's going to be destroyed. But the whole point is that we endure to the end. Let me grab this. Scripture says, "Can two walk together lest they be agreed?" And that's another thing too. Okay, that we all be of one mind and one spirit. And if we're not, hey, there's nothing wrong with splits too either, man. Sometimes splits happen, camps break up, to get better. Paul and Barnabas had to split because there was too much contention and strife. And a particular individual in the camp, the guy had too much contention and strife for months. God was doing videos, pretty much bitter about something that happened months ago, or things that happened, months ago, if not years ago, and they never brought it up. So Jake will get a spirit of contention and strife, and what it does is it chokes out the word. It chokes out the fruits of the spirit. So certain men have to be relieved. It says Philippians chapter 2, verse 1. If there be therefore any consolation in Hamashiach, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any vows of mercy, fulfill ye my joy. Also, I'm back at the plantation, it's kind of loud. But it says, fulfill you my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love. So, hey man, we got love for brothers, man. There ain't no hard feelings. There is no bad blood. At the end of the day, it's just, things don't go work out according to the way they've been working out. Then hey, let's just go ahead and move on. We don't wish death upon none of you brothers. We hope that brothers continue to endure to the end in truth and sincerity. It says, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being on one accord, of one mind. All right. Let nothing be done through strife and vain glory. So you can't do videos about a man or about an individual, touching on the topic, and really it's out of strife and vain glory. Scripture says there's one that teacheth for contention's sake. One that teacheth for contention's sake. It says, and that's not what we were called to do with this word. You can't use the word to push your own different agendas, and emotions. Let nothing be done through strife and vain glory. You got men that want positions that the Lord did not give them. You got men that want how do you say it? They want to speak when it's not been granted for them to speak. So and that happens in every camp. Okay, it's a juxtaposition. It's jockeying for position. It's like I saw one of the brother's videos. He said it's like 5-year-olds fighting for siblings fighting for the front seat, or fighting for the driver's seat. There's somebody who's already in the driver's seat or supposed to be driving, but you got men that and you remember that when you was growing up, you with your sibling. I want the front seat. I want the front seat, and y'all both run to the front seat. But really, who's supposed to get the front seat is the sibling that was older. Okay, the older sibling was supposed to get the front seat. The other siblings, the younger siblings, was in the back seat, in the seat belt, if not a booster seat. Okay, it's just the way it is. That's reality. It says, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves. Look every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. So, first of all, esteem other brothers better than yourself. It's not about what you want; it's about what the Spirit of YAHAWASHI wants. And also, have it in your mind to do what you can to help better the next man. Okay, it says, look every man on his own things. So, whatever position you are, you have in the body, you have certain things required of you. You can't be looking at the next man. Oh, but this right here, and I won't, I expect this, but then the whole time you're not playing your position. You see, it said in the term saying in the world, play your role, play your position, you know. So whatever position you are in the body, hey, play your role and play it well. You know, you can't try to play your role and the next man role, and then when the man asks you, okay, well, how come you didn't do this? How come you didn't play your position? You didn't do your role. Before we even get into anything else, why aren't you playing your position? Okay. It says, let this mind be in you, which was also in YAHAWASHI HaMashiach. Okay. So, oh, look at this. Who being in the form of power, thought it not robbery to be equal with the Most High, or power. Okay. So, let me grab this too. Good report. You know, because what you saw with Elder Pastor Tahar, you know, he gave us a good report. You know, but you don't want to make yourself equal to men that have been you know, you can't try to make yourself equal to the man that's over you. If a man taught you the truth, you can't come in the spirit and say, you know, I know more than this man. In the spirit, I'm greater than this man. I think that's the spirit of YAHAWASHI. You know, that is a preeminent, presumptuous spirit, and the Lord does not deal with that. Okay. Let me see. It says Hebrews chapter 11 verse 2. For it by the elders obtained a good. That's not what I'm looking for. Let me just grab this. I'll close up this right here. This is Philippians chapter 4 verse 8. It says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, we must be honest. You know, you must be honest. You must deal with things honestly. You know, not out of bitterness or contention and strife. Do things in the spirit of YAHAWASHI and truth and sincerity. It says, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure. Okay, so you got to have a pure heart towards this ministry, you know, towards this gospel, towards your position in the body, you know, your place in a particular camp, or you know, your rank and file. You know, there is order in this truth, you know, and when everything is done properly in its proper order, you know, as it's supposed to be, you know, beautiful things can take place and beautiful things can flourish. It says, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. And that's what you saw in the beginning of the video. The Elder Apostle Tahar, he gave praise. Okay, he gave great praise, man. I don't know if I can find it. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. It's alright.
My name is Robert Lincoln.
It's alright. So yeah, the Elder Pastor Tahar gave praise. You know, he said, hey, you know, them brothers holding it down. You know, you can't keep up with them. And the reason why you can't keep up with them was because of the structure and the way the camp is being ran. You know, which, you know, now we gon', you know, bring it down a notch. You know, brothers have proven themselves to be sincere and true. The brothers that are still in the camp, you know, so now you just, you know, as the Spirit leads you, you know, be on fire, man. Give diligence to make that calling and election sure, you know, and that we grow as a body, you know. That's the whole point, you know, that we grow as a body where there's no contention or strife, you know. And honestly, I have been, I have not been around the camp for a month, and it seems as the contention and strife has just been continuing to grow, you know. And that's not for, you know, in any reason or fault of my own. All right, so getting ahead of the camp, I do have to come back and establish order, structure, and you know, reestablish the pure and sound and love in the spirit, man. Okay, to gain back that good report, you know. And it's crazy when there is a good report, it's to be the ones closest to you that'll try to, you know, destroy that report, you know. And that's how you know we at the end, bro. We at the end. This place is about to crash. You know, people that's closest to you are going to be the ones to, you know, that have a knife in your back. Don't be surprised. Okay, continue to serve YAHAWASHI fervently in truth and in spirit. And once again, you know, it's nothing but love and respect, honor for all the men of Great Millstone, starting with the head elders and apostles and the bishops on down. You know, I pray that, you know, we all endure to the end and continue to serve YAHAWASHI fervently. With that being said, I'm going to say Shalom, Shalom, Shalom,